Thanks for joining us, and we'll take an opening statement from Iowa State head coach T.J. Otzelberger, please.
First, I'd like to, credit Ole Miss and their program. They did a great job tonight defensively and really disrupted our offensive rhythm. So credit goes to them. Yet at the same time, really proud of the young men in our program, how they fought all season. Tonight wasn't our best, but it also doesn't define us. The young men in our program have accomplished a lot this year, and we're proud of how they've worked every single day, and all of them can say they've left the program in a better place. So proud of these guys.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for the Iowa State student athletes, please.
Steve McGargy, Associated Press. For either player, I think y'all were up 13-5 there a few minutes into the game, and then just what caused the game to flip there when they kind of went on their run there after that?
They made a couple tough shots, at the end of the shot clock. That hurt. That gave them momentum. They went on a run after that. I know we came into the media under 12. I think it was 16-15 or something like that. They was up, and then they got it to about, 10, and it only expanded from there. So, credit to them.
Hi guys, Pavel Markovic, Iowa State Daily. For you, Kurt, obviously you knew Ole Miss's game plan going into it, their defensive versatility, guards on bigs on guards. Did it kind of throw you guys off in the beginning, and did it obviously affect your shooting abilities today?
I don't know if it threw us off because, we knew it was coming. Maybe we just didn't execute the best against it, and, that hurt. But really, I feel like we missed some, good shots in the first half. They didn't, and that's really what caused that, deficit going into halftime.
Other questions for the student athletes?
Similar line of question, Alec Bussey, 24/7 for either of the players. I think in 4 of your guys' last 5 games, opponents hit at least 10 three-pointers. What do you think maybe led to some of those struggles in defending the three-point arc over the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season?
I would say we struggled to stay in front of our guy, guard the ball, and then that put us into rotations. And I think that's where a lot of the threes came from is 2 guys going to the ball and then someone being open on the backside or something like that. So I would say that's why.
All right, we'll let the guys go. Appreciate your time very much. Questions for Coach, please?
Steve McGargy, Associated Press. I think you had talked about the toughness you were expecting, the physicality you were expecting to see from Ole Miss yesterday. What you saw, how did that compare to kind of what you had seen on tape in terms of the way they played?
Yeah, no, they're a team that plays with a lot of toughness. They're connected defensively. Their pressure can be disruptive. Their switching can be disruptive. At times, it wears on you mentally. You're not able to get the ball into the paint and not get the normal plays that you want to make. And so, and then offensively, they do a really good job within the realm of their motion, keeping the basketball on the move and not allowing our pressure to settle in. So I think both certainly paid off for them. And what we saw on film, showed up for them tonight.
TJ, can you tell us a little bit about what the last 2 months were for you guys, and I guess what the frustration level might be to know that you didn't get a chance to attack this at full strength for really since January?
Yeah, I'd say for our team this year, to start the season, with the expectations and the ranking that we had all year long, there was a higher magnitude with every game that we played. Certainly disappointment wanting to fulfill and live up to those, the competitors that we all are every single day. And so, I look at the entire season and say, you start the year, preseason 6, you win 25 games, you finish in the top 5 of the league. There's a lot of great things our guys accomplished. Still at the end being a top 3 seed. Again, we wanted to go on a run. We wanted to be at full strength. But what happens during the course of the season for a lot of teams is injuries happen, things that can disrupt happen, and what you need to be able to do is continue to move forward the best that you can. And, if you look at the season, we're able to do that for, the start. And then certainly with Milan, Taman, key, there's different things that happen from an injury standpoint that, disrupted some of that rhythm. But our guys kept fighting, they kept competing, they kept coming to practice every single day. And I'm proud of how they continued to move forward. And the guys who were out there, I really feel like we left it on the court. Did we play great tonight? No. Wasn't our best, but our guys didn't stop fighting, and I'm proud of them for that.
Let's try a Zoom question from Dan. Dan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go ahead.
Wake up call. Yeah, sure. Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Coach, you said that this game doesn't define the season. It doesn't define this team. When you look back on this season and look back on this squad specifically, what are those moments that you lean on that you can build on moving forward if this is not a true definition of the team?
Yeah, I think, to start off with, I thought we had a really good non-conference season. We played in a really difficult tournament. We had some challenging games. We were able to go on the road and win impactful games, win big games in front of our fans. And I thought we had a great showing in the Maui Invitational, which is as good as any tournament in the country. So the non-league, our guys accomplished a lot. We got in the conference. We started 5-0, and then we had some injuries and we had some disruptions, and that caused us to not be at that same full strength that we were. And we tried and worked and were diligent in our efforts throughout the course of the season to reestablish that. And I think down the stretch in league play, we were able to string together 4 wins again in league play, 4 in a row late in the season, which is also impactful. And then finding ways to win on the road. Our last regular season game, I thought we played really well in the conference tournament. So, again, when you win 25 games and you play in the Big 12, which is one of the best leagues in America, you win 13 league games. There's a lot of great things that happen. So even though we had high hopes and goals to make a run in this tournament, it doesn't diminish the things that the young men in our program accomplished throughout the course of the season.
2 more.
Yeah, Liam Hanley here, Shepherd Express. Looking at the numbers, you guys allowed 1.4 points per possession, which I believe is the most you've allowed during your tenure at ISU. And looking at the stats, Ole Miss 11-19 from 3, 6-8 in the second half. Is this one of those games you just got to tip your cap to the opponent and all the shots that they made?
Well, we could have been, better defensively, as Nate had mentioned, guarding the ball and not having 2 have to come to the basketball. If we guard it better one-on-one, we don't get in rotation. They don't get the open threes. Same thing happened in transition. So, again, I give them a lot of credit. They, we had them down, I think, 13-5 early, and we were looking like we were in control of things. They found ways to make tough shots at the end of the clock. I believe they were maybe 9 for 9 from the foul line at half, so they were taking advantage of those opportunities. So their efficiency, it's on both sides. We could have been better with our pressure, and credit to them because they did a great job making the shots that they needed to make.
Last one.
TJ Jeff Dubroff, KCCI. You talk a lot about culture and what this team is built on, and when asking Kurt about what he learned in his 2 years at Iowa State, the first thing he said was growing into a man. When you hear that, what does that mean to you? What does that say about Kurt, that is the kind of the first thing that comes to mind?
Yeah, I mean, it says a lot about his character. Obviously, we're highly competitive. We want to win every single game. We want to be playing in this tournament till the very end. Yet, I take it with a very, high level of responsibility to build men in our program, to teach them what daily habits need to be successful in life and everything that you do. We take a very honest and direct approach in how we do that, and we want the young men to come in our program to be better men as a result of our program. So having Kurt say that means a lot to me because I want to build a program where young men come in and they're successful in whatever endeavor they're to choose as they move forward in life. So for him to say that, that means that, hopefully within the realm of our program, that's happening, and it sounds like it is for Kurt.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hammond Communications will post a recording of the press conferences in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. Transcripts are provided by ASAP. Thank you.